In a small village, nestled between rolling hills, there lived a young girl named Elena. She wasn't born into wealth or royalty. In fact, quite the opposite. Elena lived with her stepmother and two stepsisters after her father passed away when she was just a child. While her stepsisters spent their days gossiping and admiring themselves in mirrors, Elena was forced to do all the housework. She scrubbed floors, washed dishes, and mended torn clothes from dawn till dusk. But despite her hardships, Elena had one treasure that kept her spirit alive, her love for painting. Every night, after everyone had gone to sleep, Elena would sneak into the dusty attic. There, by the light of a single candle, she would paint on scraps of old paper with a worn-out brush and dried-up paints. She painted beautiful landscapes, magical creatures, and dreams of a life beyond those four walls. One autumn morning, the village buzzed with excitement. The royal palace had announced a grand art exhibition. The kingdom's most talented artists would display their work, and the king himself would choose one artist to create a masterpiece for the palace. The chosen artist would receive not just gold, but the honor of becoming the royal court painter. Elena's heart raced with excitement. This was her chance, her one opportunity to show the world her talent. But when she shared her dream with her stepmother, the response was cruel laughter. "You, a palace artist?" her stepmother mocked. "Look at yourself, Elena. You're nothing but a servant girl with dirty hands. Those paintings of yours are worthless scribbles." Her stepsisters joined in the mockery, tearing up Elena's precious paintings right before her eyes. Heartbroken, Elena ran to the attic and cried herself to sleep. That night, as tears rolled down Elena's cheeks, something extraordinary happened. A soft, golden light filled the attic. Elena looked up to see an elderly woman standing before her, dressed in shimmering robes that seemed woven from starlight itself. Who are you?" Elena whispered. "I am Aurora, the guardian of artists and dreamers," the woman said with a warm smile. "I've watched you, dear child. I've seen your pure heart, your dedication, and your incredible talent. You deserve a chance to show the world what you can truly do." With a wave of her hand, Aurora created something magnificent, a paintbrush made of pure gold, its bristles glowing with magical light. "This is no ordinary brush, Elena," Aurora explained. "Whatever you paint with this brush will come alive with emotion and truth. But remember, the magic isn't in the brush, it's in your heart, your passion, and your belief in yourself. The exhibition is tomorrow at sunset. You must finish your masterpiece before the last ray of sunlight fades, or the magic will disappear forever." Before Elena could even thank her, Aurora vanished like morning mist. The next day, while her step-family prepared to attend the exhibition as spectators, Elena stayed behind, but this time by choice. She had work to do. With the golden paintbrush in hand, Elena stood before a large canvas she'd found in the attic. She closed her eyes, took a deep breath, and began to paint. She painted her father's loving smile, the warmth of her mother's embrace, though she barely remembered her, the beauty of kindness, and the strength of hope. Every stroke was filled with emotion. Every color told a story. The painting seemed to glow with life itself. Hours passed like minutes. Elena was so absorbed in her art that she didn't notice the sun beginning to set. Suddenly, she remembered Aurora's warning. Sunset! With her heart pounding, Elena added the final touches just as the last golden ray of sunlight streamed through the attic window and touched her painting. The canvas burst with radiant light, and the painting seemed almost alive. Elena wrapped her painting carefully and ran to the palace. She arrived just in time, her simple dress covered in paint splatters, her hair messy from running. The nobles and aristocrats stared at her with confusion and whispers. But when Elena unveiled her painting, the entire hall fell silent. The king, who had been judging paintings all day with a bored expression, stood up from his throne. He walked slowly toward Elena's painting, his eyes wide with wonder. "In all my years," the king said, his voice filled with emotion, "I have never seen such soul. This painting doesn't just show beauty, it makes you feel it. It speaks of love, of loss, of hope, and of the unbreakable human spirit." He turned to Elena. "Young lady, what is your name?" "Elena, your majesty," she replied, her voice trembling. "Elena," the king declared, "you are not just the winner of this exhibition. You are a true artist. I hereby appoint you as the royal court painter. Your talent will inspire generations to come." The crowd erupted in applause. Elena's stepmother and stepsisters stood frozen in shock and disbelief. That night, as Elena stood in her new chambers in the palace, she looked at the golden paintbrush. Slowly, it began to fade, its magic fulfilled. But Elena wasn't sad. She realized what Aurora had tried to teach her. The real magic was never in the brush. It was always within her. Her talent, her passion, her kindness, and her refusal to give up on her dreams, that was the true magic.